girl, that make me stop and stare.
Hey, my naturalistas, welcome back to my channel. Oh, so I'm still trying to get my rhythm. I promise I am. This is work. Like, yes, I work a full-time job, but trying to maintain this, I'm trying. I'm trying. Uh, but anyway, welcome back. It's Naturally Nene, and I wanted to come back to do a video on heat damage. One of my sister wives, hey girl, hey, she sent me a question, and she asked, could I talk about ways to get my curls to curl? And then she said, or if you did, ways you curled your hair when you transition. I need ideas with this heat damage section of my hair. Great question, boo. Great question. So, and I do look a little crusty. Sorry, I look a little rough. I'm getting ready to take my hair down. I need to retwist it. This is like a, who knows, 4.5, 5 day old twist out. Yeah. So I'm getting ready to retwist this. So I'm like, hey, let me do it on here. This will make me motivated to retwist. The products that start is the My L Organics. Excuse my funky nails. That's another thing. Before I jump into this, do any of my naturalistas, do you all experience like, okay, this is gel. This is a gel polish. And as you can see on the tip, it's time for me to get a feel. But if you see on the tip, I mean, partially it was just peeling, I think, you know, being on the computer at work and amongst other things that I do. But certain natural hair products, I feel like strips my nail polish. I don't know. Let me know. I don't know if it's just me. Whatever. Anywho, any of you all, your hair is dry and crusty and you want to retwist in the meantime, in between time, save yourself the hassle, girl. Don't do it on dry hair. Make sure it is on at least somewhat damp hair because we don't have time for breakage. We don't. We're just not gonna do it. And yes, I have on an old t-shirt. It's my old BGSU, a gospel choir shirt. Yeah. Let me just go back to the question. So, getting your curls to curl and then just dealing with heat damage. Well, one thing I can say, when I transition, because again, I did not big chat for those that didn't see my first video, I did just transition. So just continue to have the girl who was doing my hair at the time just cut the relaxer out of my hair until I was all the way natural. So I'm trying to think back because, you know, 8.5 years of being natural, who's gonna remember everything? But I'll say slightly that I dealt with heat damage. I only say slightly because my hair was protected a lot of the times. I didn't try to use heat when I was transitioning because, you know, you transition, you have two different textures of hair. So, I wouldn't say I necessarily dealt with extreme heat damage, more so like on my ends. Like if I would blow dry my hair and if I just had the heat too high, but I didn't suffer from heat damage like constantly flat ironing my hair because I just didn't want to straighten my hair because I had to learn my curls, see what my hair was gonna look like, all that jazz. Yeah, my hair is very tangled. Lord have mercy. Dealt with heat damage towards my ends, but ways, oh jeez. See, this is the problem with it. Your hair gets caught in any and everything. But yeah, it was just more so on the moisturizing. Keeping moisture in your hair, I feel, is key. Can you reverse heat damage? Some say like, oh, you can't. Well, I guess I really shouldn't use the term reverse because a lot of the times you do have to, I don't want to say cut your hair off. I don't want you all to get scared like, oh, you know, I'm going to have to chop all my hair off. No, because that's not the case. You may have to continue to trim your ends depending on how bad the heat damage is, but always seek a professional. When in doubt, if you're not sure, just don't get the cut in your professional. treatment and care if you feel that you're suffering from heat damage. Now, when I was transitioning and I felt that I experienced some heat damage on my ends, and from my last video I was talking about how I did straw sets, but I also would have styles with perm rods. And I just have some examples. I haven't used these in forever, but any of the sizes depending on the length or density, whatever, of your hair. But that helps a lot. Like just putting perm rods on the end, because I feel that that will kind of camouflage the heat damage. Along with that, just make sure you're using products that say they contain like water as the first ingredient. I promise, people sometimes don't think that water is a moisturizer, but me redoing my twist, moisture, like using water as a moisturizer, that's got to be one of the greatest, hallelujah, one of the greatest moisturizers. And it don't gotta cost you a dime. Hello. But yes, I usually will make sure that I'm using products where I see water as the first ingredient, one of the first ingredient, or I did when I felt that I had a little heat damage towards the ends of my hair. Even though the ends are the oldest part of your hair, you still have to protect them. You have to baby them in the meantime, in between time. And I want to show you all products because I don't even really use heat at all. The only time I use heat is when I deep condition. And that's only because of this little puppy right here. So I got this at Sally's. What is it called? Conair Pro. It's the attachment bonnet. And it looks like this. I'm sure you all have seen this before. But, you know, you just attach this end part to whatever blow dryer that you have. And even, now, don't y'all judge me on this blow. This blow dryer has got me through. Look, the thing is broke off. It's just ridiculous. But even when I'm using the blow dryer, like, you see there's different settings. I don't put it on the highest heat. Like, I'll put it on low and then I'll put it on warm. Because even with this, still don't want to chance it. And oh, hold that thought. Even when I know I'm just deep conditioning, I still will use a heat protectant. I don't use this all the time. I'll use it occasionally. I got this at Walmart. It was maybe $4 and some change. It says heat protection up to 450 degrees. Heat tamer protects against heat damage. And it is a leave-in spray. But yeah, the only time I really use heat on my hair is when I am deep conditioning, because I don't straighten my hair often. It's little to none. This is so sad how crusty this flat iron is. Look at this. Like, it's trifling. I think I had this flat iron when I was coming out of I took cosmetology in high school. Like, what? Look at this. No. And that's another thing. If you're going to use a flat iron, make sure the plates are clean, because this will also cause heat damage. Like, dirty plates. But I don't even know the last time I used this thing. Heck, I don't even know if it works. But we digress. Yes. So, again, for me, this is just for me. Hey, use heat if you so desire, but for me, I choose not to. And I have no desire. Like, and the fact that it's so humid outside anyway, use heat for what? Because all it's going to do is just frizz right back up, and we're just not going to do that. We're not going to waste our time nor our energy. But, so hopefully that answered my sister Wise question. As far as the heat damage portion. And she also asked me ways to curl your hair when you transition. So those perm rods that I showed, that's another way to help get your hair to curl. I'm really trying to remember. My goodness, like, what I did, because my curls, like when I went natural, I didn't know what my curls looked like prior to, um, because I was relaxed from 4 years old all the way to mid 20s. So I had no clue um, what my curls look like. But as far as getting them to curl, it's got to be trial and error with products, because, you know, certain products may or may not make. This has got to be one of the hardest products to get out. What was I saying? Your curls pop. So, ways to get it to curl. I would just do, like, I don't even know what you call it, but just a test on your hair with certain products, just to see, well, is this gonna make my curls pop? And you won't know until you try. Everyone's hair's texture is different, so I wouldn't say, oh, you have to try this product to try to make your hair curl, because it may not work for you. But for me, with my grade of hair, I feel that I am able to use most products, and not a lot of it either. Because my hair, I feel that it curls very easily. I mean, don't get me wrong, because it frizzes like crazy too. But it definitely does curl pretty easily. And for me, I really just need water to make my curls pop. So, when in doubt, start with water. Because when your hair is in that wet state, it's gonna do something. So aside from certain products, aside from perm rods, because there's certain styles that may make your hair curl, but you have to see what your hair does, like your naked hair does, without too much manipulation, because that could be damaging as well. And that was the other thing I wanted to mention, because I really experienced a lot of breakage. And that was because I thought, I thought when I went natural, that meant I could just not do anything to my hair and just go. Like, I don't have to define my curls. I don't have to moisturize. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Negative. So, breakage I experienced because I wasn't detangling properly. Certain products I was using that was not necessarily intended for my hair. Breakage because I was leaving styles in too long. I wasn't deep conditioning on a regular basis. I'll tell you, there's so much that you learn when you really, really become natural and you really try to learn what the heck you're doing. So yeah, trial and error, trial and error. That's really all I can say. But don't get discouraged. Any of my natural leases, if you do experience heat damage, you may want to fall back off the heat. Let's start there. I was talking to a young lady over the weekend that was complimenting how nice my curls were. And she was saying, oh, I'm natural too, but I love heat. Well, baby girl, that may
be your first mistake. I get it that you love your hair in its natural state, but that may be the reason why, your hair won't do what it wants to do, because you're forever just straightening that curl pattern.
Hopefully these hints and what have you were very helpful. Come with more questions, because like I said, my natural hair journey, it hasn't always been an easy one. And I'm more than willing to share my experience with you guys, because I want to help. Because me helping you, it helps me. It really does. It really does. I'm not going to spend this whole time doing my hair on camera, because this is going to take a while. I really need to wash my hair, but I'm just, again, refreshing my twist in the meantime, in between time, because if I wash my hair tonight, it's not going to dry till like Saturday. And ain't nobody got to come with more questions, more things that you want to know about my natural hair journey, products, whatever. It doesn't matter. I am more than is all for now. But remember to stay true, stay curly, and stay you. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you are notified every time that I post a video. I love you guys. Mwah.